Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm Jono, the Eternal Optimist, and welcome to the very first episode of the Sorors TTRPG. But I want to first introduce all of my characters. So, beginning with Lael. Please, Lael, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Lael, and I'm playing an abyssal.
Let's bring in Key.
Hello. I'm Key Red, and I will be playing Nyx Scarlet, who is a Kitsune with one tail.
Tella, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Telephone Sounds. My character is named Hyacinth Cosmos. She is a fae. Yes, she is the moth variety, the very rare moth variety.
Now, last but not least, Gina. Gina, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Gina, and I am gonna play as Spira, who is a Pegasus, so a centaur, but of the Pegasus variety.
I am going to kick all of you out of this room now so that we can begin the campaign proper. I will drag you in as the story unfolds. So, Nyx, you have spent several days now hidden in this boat. You have been too afraid to leave the room. You can hear the sounds of people talking above, and their accents don't match the ones that you're used to. You realize that this boat that Jiro dragged you onto must have been from a foreign nation. And so your best bet was to remain still and sort of recover, because your body is aching all over from the battle, from your injuries. You have a cut on your arm and a cut on your leg that you received during that battle, especially against the swordsman, the leader of the Nobu clan. You notice that your armor that you were wearing is missing, and you essentially have what would have been the sort of underclothes, the lightweight cloth that you would have worn underneath your armor set. So you can only assume that when Jiro dragged you and Haruka out of the water, he must have removed your armor set to make it easier to sort of smuggle you onto this boat. So you don't have many things on you besides what's in your character sheet. And the two swords, Jiro's and the Nobu clans.
Jiro.
You are...
I would like to mention that I followed his wishes.
Oh, yes, you pushed his body off of the boat and into the water.
I pushed his body off into the water like he commanded me to.
So, you need food. You're starving now. It's been several days and you need food and water. As much as you don't want to, you're going to have to sneak out of this sort of abandoned part of the ship. There is a door. You can peek out of it, or you can just kick the door down.
No. I'm going to be really cautious with this, and I'm going to at least try to sneak and look for any barrels of food or anything.
Give me a stealth roll. You sneak out of the room and you see it's a wooden galley. There's corridors running up and down with several doors inside. As you're sneaking through the corridors, you bump into somebody that you didn't notice. When you turn around, you see a somewhat tall individual with two white wings that are turning silver. Gina, somebody bumps into your back in the sort of dark of the corridor. What do you do?
I kind of stumble forward and then just peek behind me, what on earth happened? But I don't really say anything out, I'm just kind of shocked.
What you see when you turn behind you, the eyes of somebody who is desperate and starving, and you can see that their clothes are sort of dirty with mud and water stains, like ocean stains, and there is quite a bad looking cut on their arm and legs, and they are staring straight into your eyes, unmoving. They've completely frozen when they bumped into you. Key, what do you do?
I would stare at this tall being that I have never seen before, and then quickly try to at least run away.
Okay, Gina, this creature that's before you has a long tail again.
It's scarlet red.
Scarlet. So yeah, Gina, you see, at first you think it's a Thrope because of the similarities with the ears and the tail, but you notice that the tail is the biggest and floofiest tail that you've ever seen on the Thrope that you've ever met. But before you even get a chance to have a greater look at this, the person in front of you turns and runs and just sprints. Give me an acrobatics, Key. Gina, what do you want to do while they're running?
I'm just gonna call out after, hey, are you okay? I can help. I know how to do slight medicine. I'm gonna try and run after.
Gina, give me an acrobatics roll. Add your dexterity. Oh! So, in the dark, you stumble and fall flat on your face. And as you look up, you just see the flash of the red tail turn around the corner. Key, you are now racing through the ship. The strange person with the wings who was behind you, they seem to have not chased you as far as you can tell, but you did hear a loud thunk. You heard a loud thunk as fall over. They did call out to you, but as you're running, do you want to keep running? Or
Oh no!
You can keep running.
I now I feel guilty, so I turn around and look behind me to see what happened to that being.
When you peek your head around the corner, you see the girl sort of rubbing her nose. She looks to be in her sort of mid-20s with her silver hair and her wings. You've never seen someone like this before. You have no idea because your country has always been isolationist. This is your first time actually even meeting someone of a different species. So understandably, you're scared and cautious and everything. You can continue to run upstairs or you can approach them. It's entirely up to you.
Can I get a little closer? Just cautiously get like a little closer so I can see them a little bit. I haven't seen this being before, so.
So Gina, Spira, when you fall over and hit the deck, and you sit up and you start rubbing your nose, but when you look up, you see that the person with the bushy tail is cautiously walking back towards you. What do you do?
Hi, I'm sorry. I kind of fell over my feet there, but do you know how to do some apothecary skills? Like I saw you're injured. I can try to help.
You can help me with my wounds?
I hope so. Like I can definitely try and just bandage them and try to make them heal quicker. I can't really heal them for you.
Okay, so Key, do you want to follow Spira? You don't know her name yet, by the way.
Well, if she's offering help, then I should take it. Hopefully, she seems sort of trustworthy. I guess I should. I mean, anything to treat these wounds. I don't have anything right now.
Your stomach gurgles incredibly loudly. Spira, you would know that you have some food in the apprentice room with Dr. Wolfenstein.
I always keep food on me.
Yeah. So you hear the growl. You hear the growl.
Perfect.
Yeah, you hear the growl.
I'm just gonna smile a bit and just like, yeah, I have some food if you're hungry.
I blush sheepishly because of my stomach.
So while the two of you head to the apprentice room, the apprentice apothecary room, I'm going to quickly get the others with their campaign stuff in as well. Okay. Hello, Lael. Hello.
Hi.
You have been sailing on your seven-fin shark for quite a while now, and for the first time in like days, you see a vessel, and it's a vessel that you've never seen before, a boat, but this is finally an opportunity for you to begin your mission proper. How do you approach this boat?
Well, I swim closer first.
You're still riding your shark, so you're holding onto its fin.
I'm riding closer, and I try to remain in the shadows. I mean, close enough to see who's on board, but far enough for them to distinguish me. As
you approach, you notice that it's much larger than you initially thought as you're traveling the distance. You see that it's quite the ship. You've seen the Satari ships before, but nothing quite as like bulky and big as this. It definitely doesn't look like it's built for combat. There seem to be like portholes for defensive cannons, but it doesn't look like a military vessel. It's so tall that you can't really see onto the deck, but it seems that nobody is visibly looking down at the water either. While you're doing this though, you notice, give me a perception check.
It's a 9.
So your eye catches the attention of something drifting strangely above. When you look up into the sky, you notice something is drifting down from the skyline, but it's too small and too far away to make out what it is. You don't really have a clue kind of what it could be because, again, you've lived your life mostly under the water. Everything above sea is kind of a mystery to you, you know. You've seen birds before, but it looks far too small to be a bird. But who knows? It might be a bird you've never met before. So you can ignore it for now.
Can I look for a rope ladder or something to board the boat?
You'll notice that there is already sort of like a wooden ladder built into the side of the boat. You can sort of easily climb up on top of it. The boat is sailing, but it's not too slow. Plus, your seven-fin shark is Commander Zura's favorite seven-fin shark. So it's very well trained. It basically will keep up with this. Wherever you leave it is where it'll kind of stay. Even if the boat's moving, it'll swim happily alongside in order to like wait for you. Okay.
So I think I will give it a try.
Okay. Basically, Lael spotted you, but you were so high up and so small that she decided to ignore you until you could come back. So, Tella, as you're drifting down from the sky, your wings are aching. You realize that when you tried to sort of cast that storm, so Sylaris, you noticed when you surfaced on your sever-fin shark, you noticed that there was a rumbling storm in the distance. So Tella, when you used your weather controlling magic, you were extremely exhausted from putting all of your effort into trying to sort of fight back, if you know what I mean. So your wings are sort of fluttering, but you can feel your strength fading. So the boat that you saw in the distance is kind of your only option unless you want to land on the water. So would you like to head towards the boat?
I would like to head towards the boat.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
Oh, no. Okay, D20.
And your highest mental stat. Oh my god, crit success. Okay, you spot...
Crit success!
Not only do you spot an abyssal, like a strange... You've never seen one in your life before, but... You spot this sort of creature trying to climb up the side of the boat, up the ladder, right next to this green-skinned humanoid with 8 tentacles for hair. You notice that they are sort of fully geared up with a pouch and very thin clothing, which seems to make it effective for them to swim. And beside them, you also notice a strangely obedient shark that is swimming parallel to where this female abyssal was climbing up of. Not only because you critically success, you have impeccable vision, and you also see through one of the windows of the boat, and you notice that there are 2 creatures sitting in a room. One of them is eating a piece of bread with ravenous hunger, and the other seems to be treating their wounds with a sort of medical equipment. So like holding a piece of cotton wool and dabbing it against several cut marks. So
gauze.
Yeah, gauze, that was it, gauze. So as you're drifting down, you have several options here. You can either drift towards the sort of creature with the shark climbing up the boat, or you can drift in through the window, or you can drift onto the deck of the ship itself.
I'm going to... Honestly, I'm seeing 2 different people. They both look pretty scary. I don't trust either of them, so I'm going to drift onto the deck and see if I can gather my bearings.
Lael? Okay, now I can leave Lael in here now because Lael was already in the middle of climbing up onto the deck. Hyacinth, you land onto the furthest back part of the ship. So if it's sailing forward, you're right at the rear of the ship on the deck. You're exhausted, so to finally not have to rely on your own wings for any more strength is a breath of relief. So you take a moment to catch your breath. What you see before you are several Thrope, because you've seen Thrope before. You see several Thrope busy, like, working up and down the ship. They are, they're doing their sort of maritime duties, such as checking that barrels are tied down, that the ropes are correctly knotted, etc., etc. They seem to be a well-oiled machine. Now, Sylaris, you carefully climb up the wooden steps of the boat, and you notice that drifting little bird also sort of landing on the boat, but you wouldn't really think much of it because it would make sense that a bird would want to break as well. You see the same thing. When you peek your head over, you see a whole bunch of what look to be humanoids with dog ears and dog tails sort of busying themselves on board.
Mm-hmm. Do they see me, or
no,
am
not
I...
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. You sort of like peeked your head up cartoon villain style.
Okay, then I try to get on board without them noticing me.
Okay, give me a stealth roll, and also Tella, give me a perception roll to see if you can spot this.
11.
Okay, Hyacinth, you see that tentacled creature sort of sneaking up onto the boat. The boat people haven't noticed you. However, Faye certainly did. So, Hyacinth, what do you do?
I guess I'm still very dazed and out of it, and though I don't really trust this creature, I still have no choice. It's either the dogs or the abyssal in front of me, which I'm not really sure about dogs, to be honest, and I'm not really sure where I am.
Yeah, you're in the middle of the ocean.
But at least the abyssal seems to be okay. So maybe I just crawl a little bit towards her, but still a bit hidden.
You can easily walk along the sort of wooden beam, but so glad that you no longer have to. It's like when you finally don't have to jog after jogging for quite a long time.
So I get back on my feet. I don't really want to fly because my wings are sore, so I kind of sneak over to this abyssal to see what she does.
Okay, Lael, give me a perception roll. Tella, you're busy walking along the sort of wooden edge at the back of the boat, so the abyssal creature is unlikely to have spotted you.
Actually,
however, their head whips round. with an impeccable sense that gives you a little bit of a jump. However, what is the expression that this creature has? Tell me, Sylaris. What is your expression when you see this tiny little person with moth wings?
Surprise, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly surprise. And a little bit of curiosity because I never saw something or someone like this.
Tell her, what do you do? What does Hyacinth do?
I slowly approach the abyssal. While I don't really want to fly up, I just kind of stare up at her and say, "Where are you from? Are you from land? Can you get me back onto land?"
Well, I look at this little creature even more surprised. Do I look like I'm from land?
Oh, well, I guess not, but I need your help, please. I need to get back in. I don't belong here. She kind of gets on her knees and begs to this.
Okay, then first of all, just shut up because those will recognize us. And I'm nodding towards the Thrope.
Okay.
What was the roll? What was the roll?
Oh, I'm doing DM rolls in the background to
Okay.
see.
Oh, okay.
Can I just somehow pull the creature from the Thrope? I mean, the line of sight of the Tropes.
Yep, you're at the back of the ship, so most of the crew doesn't really have a reason. You notice that there is a large wheel that is used to control the boat. Usually that's where the captain would be standing. You would know this, given your life in the sea. So most of the crew has no reason to be up here. But if the boat does need changing, of course, then either the navigator or the captain will come up here. So you're relatively okay for now until one of those two individuals will come by.
Okay, so who are you?
I'm a fae. I'm from where are we? How far? I don't really know where I am, but I come from Fairweather.
Calm down. So you're a fae, but how come you're in the middle of the ocean?
Well, it's a long story, but I can tell it another day. For now, I just need you to help me. Just help me get back to land.
Okay, I don't know how, but maybe
I'll make it worth your while.
Oh.
I have this thing where if we bond together, you don't have to go into a contract with me, but I just need to sit on your shoulder and trust you, and I boost your power. I have that power to do that.
Oh, that's a nice power to have.
Give me an intelligence roll.
Sylaris.
I combined your names together that time. Yeah, you have no idea whether this person is telling the truth or not.
Telling the truth or not, okay.
It could be important things to know. So whether it's true or not, it's still important. So
yeah, I don't think I'm letting her on my shoulder this easy, but I have so many.
If you don't let me on your shoulder, I'm gonna get on someone else's shoulder.
Not yet. I mean, it's not that I will trust you immediately, but I will help you. I mean,
fine. Just I don't know, put me in your hand or something. Just carry me. I can't fly anymore.
Okay, I put her in my pouch, and her head is just peeking out of the pouch.
yeah, she can like wear the lid of the pouch as sort of like an umbrella. So you're sort of like lifting it up and peeking out from underneath it. Are you okay with that, Hyacinth?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, cool. So you're perfectly hidden inside the pouch, and you can lift it up to peek out every now and then.
Smells like brine.
It does. It's quite like water resistant.
I'm Hyacinth, by the way.
I'm Sylaris.
So while you guys are on the boat, I'm going to quickly jump back down to the other two. Okay.
Okay.
So Nyx and Spira, what would you be doing while treating each other? Because I know, Nyx, you're starving and you're definitely wolfing down a piece of bread.
Yes, I found out that she had bread on her.
Spira, you would be treating the wounds with some like tweezers and gauze and whatnot. And you notice it's quite a long, nasty cut on both Nyx's upper right arm and lower left leg. Is there anything you want to say about these injuries or ask about the person? It's entirely up to you, or you can keep quiet.
You absolutely do not have to say anything, but what in all of Sorors did you do? This is not a tiny, like, small injury.
Someone attacked me.
I can see that.
Me.
I can see that.
Give me a composure roll, Nyx. You got to give me a composure roll because you're not in the best mental state right now.
Oh yeah.
Spira, you notice sort of like tears forming around Nyx's eyes as your questions seem to be probing at something that they don't really want to remember.
But I'm gonna lay a hand on their back and just gonna lower my head a bit and just like, you don't need to say anything if you don't want to. Like, you're good. I'm gonna help you, okay?
Nix, I'm going to give you sort of like a little bit more recovery from that. Finally, like hearing somebody else who's actually being reassuring and supportive is a great change of pace after what's happened the past few days. Both of you give me a perception roll. So take your mental stat, your highest mental stat, and add it to the dice. Ooh, very nice. Okay, both of you.
That's back at it again with the crits.
Both of you spot something when you look out the window. What you see, at first it appears to be like a small white bird as it drifts past the window. And because you were looking at the bird, you also notice outside the window a sort of slippery green like leg happened to pass by as you were as the sort of like little white bird caught your attention. And as the both of you look out the window, you see a shark obediently swimming right next to the built-in wooden ladder for the ship itself. So all ships have these sort of like carved steps into them for climbing up and down the ship, like when it's docked. But you see there's a shark swimming parallel to these steps and is very obedient, almost like it was told to sit there. What did the two of you do?
Oh, I didn't know you could train a shark. What is that?
What on earth is going on? I'm pretty sure
that green thing
wasn't here yesterday.
No.
What is...
I think I'm gonna open the window. Like, is the tiny bird-like thing like right outside the window?
Yeah, it flew past your window, which caught your attention. And as you looked out to see what it was that caught your attention, you then saw like a green leg also moving by.
I'm gonna open the window.
When you open the window and you look out of it, you can't.
I could use some air.
You can't see anything else. Like whatever it was that passed the window, it's either gone back into the water or it's on top of the ship.
Oh, it's gone.
So yeah, that's
Where did it go?
One, but I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I'm not particularly fond of things being slightly off and then disappearing.
yeah. You can either stay here and continue to treat Nyx's wounds, or the two of you can try and find the captain. However, Nyx, you probably don't want more people to find you right now.
I will stay here. I need to rest.
Spira, what do you do? You're also kind of torn now between the responsibilities to like alert the ship of something strange happening, because you were also like taken in, luckily. However, at the same time, you also don't want to leave this injured person here because you didn't complete your treatment of them. Like you just started treating on them and like trying to ask them questions and whatnot. So yeah, you can either continue treating them and hope that everything is okay upstairs, or you can try and like find the captain or one of the crew and let them know.
I think I'm gonna make sure to fasten like the bandages and make sure that worst of the injuries are being dealt with, and just make sure that Nyx is doing well, has food to eat, and then I'm gonna return. Don't worry, you're safe here. I'm just gonna try and look what on earth is going on.
Okay. I'll stay here and rest and munch on more of your delicious bread.
I am going to drag both of you out here for a second, and then I'll drag Gina into with the other two in a moment. Okay.
Oh,
Hello, welcome back. So the two of you are sort of on top of the back of the ship. As you're sneaking forward, you see the eyes of somebody staring at you. Spira, you raced upstairs when you noticed that, and as you reached the top of the ship, you headed up the stairs to the back of the ship, and above deck, you lock eyes with a creature you've never seen before. She has dark green skin and 8 tentacles for hair out of them. The two of you lock eyes, and you immediately panic because, you know, it looks like it could be another monster, like in your previous experience. Not as horrific, but at the same time, given your experience, if you see something that's quite monstrous, it puts you on alert.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'm just gonna basically freeze, and just instinctively, I think I'm gonna put my hand on my hip where I had the knife like a lot of years ago.
Sylaris, you notice that this creature with silver hair and and wings staring back at you, and their hand reaches for where a knife would normally be kept.
I think I'm also reaching for my daggers.
Sylaris, you see that they reach for where a knife would be, but there isn't one.
Immediately reach towards one of my daggers, and I kind of say stop, but in a whisper. Oh, there you are! Don't move.
Spira, how do you respond to this? It's trying to communicate to you. It's using words, so it's definitely not like the thing.
That is gonna relax me a bit. Like, I'm not gonna look scared or frightened, but I'm more gonna look suspicious. And I'm gonna just like take my hands off my waist for a bit, like show that I'm not holding on to anything.
Hyacinth, what do you do? You see this from your hiding spot.
I poke my little head out and just kind of see what's going on and be like, hell no. And I kind of just put my head back in.
That's cute.
Spira, so you raise your hands up.
Raise, but just like wave them outwards more. Like I whisper, like, what is going on?
Okay, do we understand each other?
Yes. One of the nice universal things about the curse of humanity is that it makes language universal.
I approach them, and I still in a kind of whisper, I mean in a loud whisper, I'm asking her, what is this place? Who are you?
I am Spira. I am on a ship. This is a ship.
Yeah, I could gather that much, but what kind of ship is that? I never saw a ship like this.
Oh, Spira, you would know that this is a trading expedition ship. Dr. Wolfenstein would have told you a little bit about what's going on here, that this is sort of a huge export to travel around the various island nations and bring foodstuff, as well as collecting unusual foodstuffs and items to bring back to Hicksport.
Yeah, this is... whisper, right. This is just the trading expedition. We are where they are buying food and stuff and just selling.
Are you with
I'm gonna
them?
raise my eyebrow.
Are you with them?
That is a bit of a complicated question.
Sylaris, you notice that whoever this Spira is, they're not like the Thrope that are on board with their dog ears and dog tails. Definitely stands out amongst them. They actually need to do a roll, and they do not see you.
Nice.
That's when I poke my little head out. You two done fighting?
Spira, you finally see that there's a little fae hidden inside. You would know what a fae is because you've seen them before, but you haven't interacted that much with them. But yeah, there's a fae inside the pocket of this creature in front of you.
Pouch.
In the pouch. Sorry, in the pouch.
Hello.
Hi. I thought you were a bird, but hi.
Do I look like a bird? Am I pretty like a bird?
I just saw something white flew past my window. Normally that's bird.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you can see why. She kind of hides back into the pouch.
Retreats. That's enough social interaction for one day.
She got embarrassed.
Pleased to meet you. It was a long while since I saw one of you.
You've seen one of us before?
I mean, yeah. I've traveled around where fae circles tend to be, like, not really close to one, but sort of.
Which face circles have you been around? She's like hanging out over the pouch now, looking at this other person. She seems she's very excited.
Let me just quickly grab Gina into another room. So you would know about Fairweather, and you visited Wistrel once before. Heard of Fairweather, but you've never visited there before. Are you ready to go back in?
Yes.
Spira can choose to share that information or not.
I know of a couple of fae circles, but I've been to Wistrel.
Wistrel? Really?
Yeah. I mean, that was years ago, though.
Then you must know. Do you know about... No, never mind.
I just visited, and I was very young, so I don't really know a lot of things. I have met your people before.
Which ones?
I want to interrupt. Have danger. And unless we don't know what the Thrope is up for, I don't think we should just chat casually. I'm interrupting them. Sorry guys for ruining the mood, but I don't think we should just chit chat. And I'm turning to I turn to Spira and ask her, do you know whether these creatures are dangerous or not?
You point towards the Thrope.
The Thrope, yeah.
The Thrope?
Yeah.
What about them?
Are they dangerous? Are they hostile?
I'm just gonna look around and just like, not really, unless you are hostile to them.
Yeah, but we are kind of outsiders here, so What do you think they will react if they notice us?
I'm feeling really bad about Key, so I'm gonna put you guys on that cliffhanger, because while you're asking these questions, there is a loud thunk that hits the boat. And on that cliffhanger, I'm gonna drag you out.
Hi.
Hello? While you are waiting down, you have some time to look around the room, or you can sneak out and explore. You can either stay here, explore here, go get your swords, or look around the boat.
I think I should look around here for a bit and then go back and get my swords.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
13 plus your intelligence, so 14. Okay, so you look around the room and you notice that it's not just the medical kit that this Spira girl was using to treat you. You notice that there's lots of equipment and files and such, as well as a sort of placard on one of the desks that says Dr. Wolfenstein. You realize that this person was telling the truth when they said that they are sort of learning how to help take care of people.
Oh, she must be training under this doctor.
Yes, but you do have a gut-wrenching realization. If only you had brought Jiro to this room.
Jiro!
There was a doctor on board with a full medical kit and supplies.
I wish I knew there was a doctor on board. If Jiro was still here, the doctor could have treated Jiro. He could have treated his wounds. Maybe he would have lived longer.
I'm going to assume you get your weapons, right? Or do you want to continue exploring without your stuff? Okay.
Get my stuff and look at the sword Jirox gave me. And think about that. I could have saved him because there was a doctor on the boat.
You grab your swords, and as you pick them up, a huge thunk shakes the entire boat, and you hear dozens of voices like calling out above. Everybody felt this. What do? Do you stay hidden or do you run to the top?
Maybe I can blend in with the crowd if I run up to the top.
Okay. I can say you can run to the top, and you can try to be stealthy about it as well. I'll allow you to sort of stealthily make your way to the top to see what's going on. Okay, so give me a stealth check.
I want to make sure I'm not on a sinking ship.
Exactly. Okay, so give me a stealth roll with the 16. Okay, so yeah, you managed to sort of sneak your way onto the top of the boat, and what you see before you is this. And I'm going to bring everyone in here. Okay, we have the whole party together finally. However, none of you can see Key at the moment. Okay, but I'm going to describe what just happened. So a huge thud hit the entire boat, and all the Thrope that were busy working above and below deck all sort of call out in like shock as to like what had just happened. They rush to the sides of the boat to see what it is. There's like a huge sort of dent in the side, and you see a sort of tall Thrope with a very cool looking pirate cap. Not a pirate hat, but a sort of sailor's hat. He's the captain, very clearly. Spira, you would know that this is the captain. He was the one who introduced you to Dr. Wolfenstein. He basically runs over and sort of rings the bell, the sort of warning bell for the boat, and he calls out and he goes, "Killrathi! There's a Killrathi here! All men to the deck!" And he sort of starts ringing the bell, gling, 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 as he just keeps calling out Killrathi, Killrathi, to the deck. How do you guys respond to this?
What does that mean? What's a Killrathi?
What's a Killrathi?
What's that?
Only person here who would know what it is Sorors. You know that a Killrathi is a very large magical beast. So it's a predator of the ocean, where essentially it's an extremely carnivorous whale. It has like quite a pointed jaw with 3 horns adorn its head, and it likes to usually impale its targets, and then sort of with this very thin, almost like crocodile, like sort of like snout for like at the front of its face, to sort of like grab and tear at its food sources. It's quite magical in the sense that its horns can they tend to have like the ability to pierce pretty much anything. It's not fully explained how it works exactly, but you could assume that its spirits are involved in some sort of sense, where basically it uses that to sort of with its piercing. So the horns very rarely ever snap. But yeah, basically one of them just hit the boat, and there are 3, you would know that there are now 3, not huge holes, but 3 fist-sized holes in the deck somewhere, in the boat somewhere.
Great.
You can choose to relay this information to the Fae and the Pegasus before you.
Yeah, okay, so I tell them what a Killrathi is.
Spira, how do you react to this?
Is the ship gonna sink?
Possibly.
Probably.
Hyacinth, how do you react to this news?
Did you guys drink this?
Calm down.
I don't want to be fish food.
Well, 2 people here have
If
wings.
I go into the water, I'm dead. Do you see these wings? They can't be wet.
Nyx, give me a deception roll. So we'll take your manipulation and your manipulation and a d20. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you basically completely blend in.
Again.
To literally
This is insane.
Okay, so nat 20, well done. To literally everyone, including the players and the crew, all believe
Again.
you to be just one of the many ship hands who is now busy rushing to grab tools and rope and whatever and to sort of fight back at this thing. So you see the crew of the ship are busy handing out sort of like harpoon spikes as well as like rakes and fishing equipment. And basically everybody is getting ready to sort of fight this giant whale that is wanting to try and poke holes in the boats. Nyx, you basically can choose when you want to ever reveal yourself. Everybody literally just
We're
thinks
not
you're...
sinking today, guys.
Everyone thinks you're a Thrope. For everybody else here, you just see the crew is busy like getting themselves ready. And yeah, how do you want to respond to this?
Well, I think we should also get
I
ready.
don't want to sink.
I think we should get off the ship.
Fine by me. I'm perfectly fine in the water, but I doubt you will be very...
I'm just gonna look
Comfortable.
around and like I don't think I can fly from here.
Okay, so give me
I
a
think I
perception
should
roll.
help
Give me a
the
perception roll.
crew.
Give me a perception roll. Actually, everybody give you. Let's have our first group roll.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh god, let's go.
Okay. so
You
good.
are in a pouch, okay? So, okay, so Spira and Nick, the 2 of you, was with looking around and trying to see where this Killrathi is. Both of you spot that near where the boat was hit and where there should be the holes, you also see like the water has turned a bit red and half a 7-fin shark is floating.
No, not my shark.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I-
Is that the shark I saw before out the window?
Yeah, I'm
No,
really
not
sorry
my
about
shark.
that.
No, you killed my shark.
I did a roll to see if it would attract any bigger fish in the sea.
I got him from the captain.
Yeah, his
you are
favorite
evil,
shark.
Jono.
For those of you, just an out of character roll, just for like some fun tidbit information here. Sharks, particularly the 7-fin sharks, are kind of like the cavalry for the abyssal. So basically, she just lost her horse.
No!
Yes. And I got that horse from a
that's
really good
that's
friend.
So
So,
tragic. Oh,
I'm sorry.
oh, that's even worse.
it's
Oh,
Taylor, you know when you got when you freaked out when I
okay,
did the
so
dice roll earlier?
vengeance. I am.
What's that about the bit with the shark?
Yes. That was when I did the roll to see if the Killrathi would detect the shark as a potential meal.
The
You
poor
would think
shark.
my shark would be smarter.
oh gosh.
But
Well,
no.
it rolled. It had a perception roll and it failed.
It failed.
Killrathi are like one of like the most effective predators around because they're huge, they're tanky, and they've got 3 spikes that guarantee basically impalement. So yeah, not many other creatures mess around with a Killrathi, but you guys are kind of in a situation where you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I have to get vengeance.
Vengeance.
So I am pulling out all of
I
my
can't swim.
my
so I don't-
8 daggers, and I am starting my tentacles of multiple
Many targets.
targets.
So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to ask for an initiative roll. So take your highest possible stat. So everybody gets +2 basically. And give it to your dice roll.
Yay.
And I'm going to use that to determine combat order. As well as the crew. The crew we're going to have, let's see. We're going to have 2 for the crew. We're going to have 1 for the captain.
Damn it!
What's with these guys? The 2D. Oh.
Okay, so 17, 8, and 3.
Oh, okay.
Sylaris first, then the crew, then Spira. So it'll be the captain, then Hyacinth, and then Nick. Oh my god, are you guys ready for this? Look at the dice.
Okay. Oh no! We are dead before we can do anything.
No. So here's what happens. Like, this is literally the worst case scenario. The way that it reveals itself, it starts off combat by ramming the boat. Hyacinth, Hyacinth, Spira, and Sylaris. You hear one of the crew members, who is part of a crew on a boat, literally say, "I can't swim." But you don't know which one it was because of all the busybody going on over here. Which is very weird for a sailor to say.
It is. It is very weird. They hire anybody nowadays.
Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little DM secret right now. The boat has HP, and it just took 6 holes of damage. So I'm not telling you how much HP it has, but the longer this goes on, remember, this is not a gamified story. It's not like when it hits 0 HP, that's when it sinks. It's more like the more damage it takes, the more likelihood of sinking increases. So, just like real life, it's small things add up until eventual total collapse.
Oh. The bigger the hole, the more likely we're gonna sink.
Essentially, what I have here is structural integrity. Since the creature went first, the Killrathi went first, it is now currently visible with its head going straight into the port side of the boat. It has not removed its head yet. It has literally done a second ram. Everybody give me a balance check. So acrobatics, give me your dex. Or for those of you who have wings, I will give you a bonus as well to your roll. So just roll and I'll give you a bonus to factor in the fact that you could potentially just hover.
Question. I am in a pouch. Do I have stealth to roll?
No.
Okay.
No, I think I can, even if we fall into the water, I can still lift my pouch above water, so you will be fine.
Okay, everybody keeps their footing, and essentially the Killrathi has revealed itself, and it hasn't extracted itself from the boat yet. Sylaris, you're first. What do you do?
Well, I only have my throwing daggers, so I'm not suicidal.
You're comfortable in the water.
Yes, but not with the Killrathi, I think.
Your shark just died. Give me a composure roll.
Fair point. Okay, first of all, does the Killrathi have any kind of weak points?
Its eyes.
Its eyes.
It's very big, predator-shaped eyes that are faced. Like, this is unnatural for a whale. Like, when we think whales, we think, like, eyes on the side of the head. Mm-hmm. Whereas this thing, its eyes are both facing forward, so it can see where it's poking, where it's spearing. So it's more like predator-shaped.
Okay, so can I aim for the eyes?
Mm-hmm. You had a very high acrobatics roll, so I will be factoring in. As I may have mentioned to other players, I factor in your previous rolls on top of your current rolls as well, so that it flows naturally into the story. So because you rolled so high with your acrobatics, you will have a much easier time landing this targeted attack.
Okay, so I think I will throw 2 daggers, one into each one of their eyes.
Okay, give me an attack with your martial prowess, so +5.
+5.
And 2 for your dex, so +7.
No, not hidden. Okay, it's 16.
Are you ready for this? Is everybody ready for this?
No!
Right?
So-
I missed.
No, the defensive, to see whether it would react,
Gosh.
like whether it would notice the attack or not.
Oh!
Oh,
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
So you're...
So
that one.
it's basically blind.
Well, not both of its eyes. One of your daggers manages to pierce its eyes, and it lets out a horrible, horrible scream that, like, the whole, like, the water around the entire boat starts to rumble. Hold on.
Battle music.
Yeah, eat this. This is for my shark.
So your dagger lands straight into the right eye, blinding the Killrathi. It lets out a horrific scream that causes it to rumble across the ocean and the boat itself. You see even the waves trembling at the sheer agony that it has experienced from your dagger that has lodged itself into its eye. It is still your dagger is still visible, so it is potentially retrievable. I do not recommend doing so right away. However, you get one opportunity for a free taunt based on the fact that you landed such a great shot.
Oh, this is for my shark.
All right, next up, we have the crew. the men on board of the boat, all the Thrope, they let out a huge cheer when they see this dagger through. And they don't even realize that the abyssal was the one that just did this. They just saw the dagger going straight through. So they all just cheer. They attack. Their attacks are nowhere near as effective. However, some of the harpoons and whatnot land into the thick flesh of the Killrathi. It doesn't really seem to have done much, but it's the effort that counts. You know, like they're trying.
Aw, they're
but
trying.
You started really strong. So, Spira, you're up.
I am gonna pull my bow and arrow, and I feel like I'm gonna lift off to make sure that I am not shooting like through the crew, and then I'm just gonna aim for the other eye.
Sure. So give me acrobatics first. Perfect. Unnat 20. Okay. Everybody else looks towards you as you know how when scuba divers throw themselves back first over the edge of the boat? Essentially, you do that. You you run to the edge of the boat and you throw yourself off back first, doing sort of like a flip as your wings catch flight. And you use the momentum of that backwards drop to sort of swoop around, exposing yourself to this other eye. Give me a bow and arrow attack. Ooh, very nice. Another unnat 20. Perfect. Okay. It's roll this time. Guys.
Oh no.
Your arrow flies through. Boom.
You
Punches
kidding
the other
me?
eye. This creature lets out a second agonizing roar as it has now been blinded by both the dagger and the arrow. It starts flailing about desperately. In fact, it dislodges its head from the boat and is sort of just flailing around and screaming. The captain,
Nice one.
the captain lets out a huge cheer as he kicked one of the cannons that was on top of the boat. He sort of kicks it so that it's pointing straight down at the head of the beast, and he fires. The cannon launches down and smacks. It actually hits one of the horns, which causes the cannonball veer off to the side a little bit, but it still lands like on the skull of the beast. Gong. Good damage. Hyacinth, you're up.
What am I supposed to do?
You can use your empowerment spell, or you can use your lightning spell, or you can fly down and retrieve the dagger. All of these are options.
I can't do that. I'm afraid that if I use my lightning spell, it's gonna hit other people. So, I think I'm gonna try doing. Can I do a sound wave or like something, like a thunder wave or something to?
Your weather controlled magic is it's very hard to control like specific outcomes, but you can attempt it. However, the results might not be what you want. It depends on the roll.
Ooh, I think I'll just do it like a thunderbolt.
Give me a wit roll.
Wit roll.
Yeah, a wit roll. So you're +2. Okay, now give me a concentration roll. So add your resolve.
My resolve.
Okay, so you sort of zip out of the pouch and also fly over the Killrathi itself. You try to use this spell for the second time in your life. You try to use this spell, and instead of lightning, what you notice is that the air, the temperature in the air drops precipitously, and the surface level of the ocean freezes over a little bit. It doesn't really do damage to the Killrathi since they can handle like ice cold waters thanks to their thick skin. However, you have created a platform that somebody could stand on with an acrobatics check because it is ice on the sea. But yeah, basically you created a platform for other people to sort of stand on. Nyx.
Yes. And what do I do?
You have several options here. You've got the swords. You can grab pikes or harpoons from one of the crew because they thought you were one of the crew members. So you could just use one of those weapons,
yes,
or you could just dive off the edge of the boat with one of your katanas and try and stab it. Any of these are options.
I think I will do. I think I'll do one of the harpoons and try to harpoon it.
Okay, so you pick up one of the harpoon rifles, and you again you've never held something like this in your life, so you're gonna have like a negative to your roll for firing one of these. But seeing as how some of the other crew members had just used it a few moments ago, you kind of sort of understand the principle of it. So give me a roll with let's see, we're going to use your deck because you're aiming. However, you've got to apply a -5, so add a -3 to your roll basically. Okay, 13. You fire off the harpoon, and it does lodge into the back of the beast, which, you know, again, like the rest of the crew, it's not a lot of damage, but every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. So you're just doing a great job blending in with the rest of them.
Something helped.
Killrathi's turn.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, everybody give me a
Scary.
dodge roll.
Uh-oh, okay.
I'm
Oh
flying.
no!
Oh, I'm in a pouch.
include me?
I don't have to. I'm in a pouch. Oh wait,
You
I'm
flew out
flying,
the
aren't I?
plat- Yeah, you flew. You and Spira are sort of flying above it, but I'm literally mean everybody has to give me a dodge roll because
Okay.
I will explain
Okay.
now what's just about to happen.
Should I add my dexterity to
Yes,
it?
dexterity and acrobatics. So if you have acrobatic
Oh
skill,
no.
Do I have acrobatics?
I have acrobatics.
No. Okay.
okay. So, ooh, okay. Basically, everybody got hit. I'll reveal the rolls for you guys.
I have acrobatic.
Oh, thankfully the Fae dodges this one because you want to know what it does? The Killrathi, blinded, wounded, but can sense which direction the damage is coming from. In a desperate move, throws itself up into the air to land on the boat.
What?
Yeah, and that means everybody, even those who are in the air, were about to get hit by this thing literally launching itself out of the water to land on the boat. Basically, since it can't see where everyone is, it's going to sit on top of
That's
everyone.
insane.
So
Yes.
so the platform, the ice platform, is broken now.
Yeah, it breaks through it really easily.
It break. Okay.
Like
Dang.
it was like it would have been strong enough to have like held the weight of like one or two people.
I
but-
had plans with that platform.
Yeah. However, everybody like throws themselves inelegantly, you know, survival of the fittest in this case. So many of you go flying. Several crew member are, unfortunately, they don't make it. They become red paste underneath the belly of the Killrathi as it crashes onto the deck of the boat. The entire boat sort of sinks down almost to the point where the ocean level itself almost like wants to rush into the boat itself. But thankfully the buoyancy pushes it because this is a massive ship, remember? This is a huge trading vessel filled to the brim with stuff. It should have a lot of HP, but it just had a freaking Killrathi perform a mating move on top of it. So yeah, you guys are covered in bruises. What's it? Spira, it hit you as it was flying through. However, you still managed to make yourself airborne because you rolled. Oh no, Spira, you crash into the water. Sorry. Sylaris and Nyx are bruised, but yeah, Spira crashes into the water. There is a piece of ice that you can cling onto while you sort of like try to get back airborne. It is now Sylaris' turn. The beast is on the boat, and the dagger on its left.
It's still lodged in his
Yeah.
eyes, right?
Yeah, it's still lodged in his eyes. That's faced towards you. You can see your dagger there.
Yeah. Question: what about my sword? I don't have it, right?
I will say you have it.
Okay, then I think I will try to retrieve my dagger, and in the meantime, I'm aiming towards the Killrathi with my short sword.
Where would you like to aim? Do you want to aim at the damaged eye or at the thick flesh?
I think I should aim towards the belly or its flesh because we already blinded them, so I don't think there is a point to aim towards the eye.
Give me a martial prowess attack weapon with your sword, and depending on how well you do here, I will also allow you to sort of snatch your dagger back.
Okay. Oh.
So you managed to snatch your dagger back, but you can't seem to cut through the thick hide of the beast itself. The crew, however, they all cheer, they all scream, ah! As they all run in with like their weapons and everything, and they start attacking. Yeah, they're wailing on it, but they're not doing much. Oh, they're wailing on the Killrathi, the whale. They're wailing on the whale, but
Wailing on the whale.
but they're not. They're doing their best as usual. Okay.
Trying.
Spira, you are in the water.
Yeah.
Salt water fills your mouth as you were not expecting the whale to be flying so soon.
I was not. I don't think I've ever seen one before.
Yeah, this is the first time seeing one.
Oh, I'm just gonna spit and I'm gonna paddle for my little life onto the ice sheet and try and get up in the air. And if I have time in my turn, I'm gonna try and get a shot at it again.
Give me acrobatics first. We'll do it the same as last round. Acrobatics, and then we'll do an attack if you succeed the acrobatics. Yes, you managed to like climb onto the ice. You noticed that the way that it froze was like jittery, like as if the spellcaster was not used to this kind of thing. So it actually creates it. No, that's perfect. It actually creates little hand holders from the little jitteriness of the freezing process. So it actually is very easy for you to like pull yourself up, and with a single flick of your wings, you get rid of most of the water holding you down, and you take off back into the air again. Give me another attack roll with your bow. So +7 to your attack, basically.
This is intense.
You know, I actually wasn't expecting to throw Killrathi at you guys so soon. Like, this is definitely not a beginner's first monster, but here we are.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. I'm gonna reveal the roll here. So, what's it? You actually do manage to do some damage. Your shot basically hits the belly part that Sylaris was slicing earlier, and maybe it was that Sylaris' sword attack softened it up a little bit, but yeah, your arrow basically is sharp enough to cut through, exposing the muscle beneath. So you basically got past the fat armor of it. So yeah, it's now you can actually start doing real damage to it. You guys have done no damage except for the eyes. The eyes have with some damage, but yeah, all the external attacks were like negated by the fat defense. However, you guys now have a vulnerable spot to deal real damage. This takes us to the captain, who... Oh my god! This dude, this Thrope, this buff-ass Thrope with a sailor cap, kicks another cannon, facing it straight towards the exposed belly. He raises two fingers to the top of his head in like a sort of a strange salute to Spira, and he pulls the cannon trigger, causing a huge explosion that fires a cannonball straight into the exposed muscle of the belly of the Killrathi. Yeah, the Killrathi lets out another scream, almost on the same level as when it lost its eyes, and the captain just sort of like tips his hat a little bit. Is like, "That's for my men, you bastard."
Let's go.
And for my
hero.
Hyacinth, you're up.
I am going to fly over to Sylaris, and then I'm gonna ask if I can resonance with her.
Okay.
If I can sit on her shoulder.
Sylaris, you have no idea. Sylaris, you have no idea what resonance is, but you assume it was that thing she talked about with sitting on your shoulder before.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I sit on her shoulder.
Okay, resonance, density, conductivity.
Okay, show me what you got, Chibi.
Okay, so use your wit roll for me, Hyacinth.
I'm gonna roll. Yeah.
Ooh, plus your wit is 2, so that's 18. Very good. You this is again the first time you've ever tried to do this with somebody because of your home circumstances. You've never really had somebody to attempt a resonance with, and yeah, it actually is surprisingly easy, you find. Basically, Lael, you are going to get a +10 to your rolls.
Wow.
Well, basically, don't expect Hyacinth to be a physical combat fighter, but they are one hell of a buff machine.
Yeah.
10 to all rolls as long as she's maintaining contact with you.
Okay, nice.
So I'm just gonna be hanging onto your shoulder, just like trying my best to hang on to you.
Nyx, you...
I mean, maybe I will just coil one of my tentacles around her to be sure that she stays on my...
The fan art is incoming.
But not like a vice, so it's really gentle. So
It's so gross.
Think of it as a chair. Think of it as a chair.
it's like a bean bag or something.
No, it's not.
Cushion around you.
Sylaris's tentacles give them incredible grip strength. Like, you do not want to grapple Sylaris. We'll put it that way. Okay. So, Nyx, you're up.
Yes.
I'm gonna say you land on the same side as everyone else.
Can I slash it with a spear?
Yes, you can. One of the crew members who got flattened, you see a hand with a spear exposed from underneath the belly of the beast. You just see the hand still gripping, still gripping onto the spear.
I want to do a cool slash with a spear.
Okay, give me a dexterity attack.
I tried.
You jam the spear in, however, it does damage, but it gets lodged inside of it. So it would be very difficult to pull it out back now. It may have like gotten stuck on some bone or something.
I don't need it. It's not mine anyway. It's not mine anyway.
Alrighty, everybody. Brace yourselves. It's the Killrathi's turn.
Oh no.
No.
Oh.
By the way, one hit and I'm dead.
But it does sort of flail around. So everybody who was within sort of melee range of it. So that means Sylaris, Hyacinth, you don't have to worry. Sylaris's rolls are going to be buffed by you. And yeah, you're just going to have to trust in your partner here. Nyx, yeah, so Nyx and Sylaris both give me dodge rolls with acrobatics, and Sylaris get an extra +10.
Okay, should I give my dexterity too as well?
Yes, yeah, dexterity and
and the plus.
Dexterity.
So it's a 12 for me.
oh my
Plus 12.
god.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
No, it's not insane because
no.
it's me. I still can roll a 1.
Except
Oh my
that you're-
god. I actually rolled a nat 20.
For level 1 characters.
There goes my luck for the entire campaign. I used up
32.
The
Oh.
what?
I'm gonna do one better here because you got that nat 20. Here's what's gonna happen. So Nyx tries to avoid it as it flails around. However, smashes Nyx, which is going to send them flying towards like the edge of the boat. However, Sylaris's crit success made them dodge in such a way that using one of your tentacles, you grabbed the collar of Nyx, pulling both of you up. By this hit also dislodged the spear. So Nyx, you're still holding the spear, and Sylaris essentially kicks off of the edge of the boat while holding both Nyx and Hyacinth on her shoulder. The three of you fly straight towards the beast. Sylaris, you have your sword drawn in one hand. You let go of Nyx, who's got the spear, and essentially the both of you will get a free attack against the exposed belly part. So you use the momentum of the hit. However, Nyx, you do feel like a bone crack somewhere.
Oh no.
However, you're getting a free attack here.
More injuries.
So yeah, give me an attack, and I'll even add +3 because you're using this really awesome like momentum boost from the crit success. So yeah, both of you will get a +3 to your attack.
Okay, so am I, or should I use the +10?
Yes, +10,
Plus
+2,
5 from-
+3, +3.
That's
Okay, so I
insane.
have a martial prowess +5, and
Yep.
I have a +10 from
And then plus your
Hyacinth,
dex, so that's
and
+17
plus
to your.
five- Oh my god.
The Fae, like I wrote in my book, having a Fae as a friend is a beautiful thing.
It is. I'm looking at Hyacinth. I'm keeping
Oh
her.
my god, 31.
Oh my gosh. That is insane. 31.
And Nyx, your attack roll?
I think I'm going to keep this thing.
19, very nice. Okay, the two of you drive Nyx, you drive your spear into the belly of the beast, and Sylaris, your sword also like slashes deep. In fact, I'm going to allow it that your you actually land a critical there with that such a crazy high roll, a crit following off of 32 followed by 31. Yeah, it tries to scream, but it can't anymore. We'll put it that way. It is near death. It is like straight up, you hit a vital organ. Like right now, you have the option to either continue doing damage to it or to just let it die from like natural wounds, because it's very short-lived for this world. However, it's the Killrathi's turn. The crew also try to thoroughly impressed by the display that you guys had. They give their rolls.
Oh.
Okay. They're trying their best. They're remaining consistent, but yeah, they're not really doing that much. You know, they're trying. They've been doing their best this entire fight, which is basically nothing.
These poor guys.
However, it is
They
Spira's.
try.
It is Spira's turn, and remember, Spira, you're the one that enabled all of this damage to actually happen to it with your arrow opening it up. So, yeah, you're flying above. You are free to do what it is you want to do.
I want to finish this thing off. I'm gonna try
Okay.
at least. I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, give me your bow roll, so +7 to your roll. Cool. Your arrow disappears into the belly wound of the beast And yeah, it sort of like gargles as blood is pouring out of its fanged mouth, like onto the deck and into the ocean as well. It is now the captain's turn. Unfortunately,
Do it, Captain!
Unfortunately, he's out of cannons to like manipulate in time. So he draws one of his pistols, and he basically like struts straight up to the beast, puts the gun against the eye of the wounded eye from the dagger, and fires.
That's my hero.
Ooh.
Oh.
However, it doesn't really do that much, but it looked cool.
He looks cool. He tried.
Haya, it's your turn. Do you want to maintain? Give me a roll for maintaining your resonance. So,
I'm gonna maintain my resonance. I'm gonna rule.
plus your resolve. So yeah, +2. So your concentration slips a little bit, which means that the buff that you're going to be adding to the next round will be reduced down to 4.
Oh.
But that's okay. You're still trying.
Yeah.
You didn't lose it.
It's still pretty good.
Nyx, your turn.
Yes. Let's go for another stab
Okay, give me a martial roll
with the spear.
plus your 7, right? So that would be 17. Yeah, unfortunately, as it's been taking damage from all of this, it rolls a little bit to the side. So you end up hitting the flesh. So you do a little bit of damage, but it's not much. But this thing is on its, I would say it's on its last legs if it had them.
If it had legs.
If it had them.
It has no legs.
However, it is the Killrathi's final turn. This is literally its death throw. It raises itself up, preparing itself to jump straight into the sky again in order to land on the boat and try and sink the entire vessel. However,
Wow.
However, as it lifts its head up and is readying itself, and you can see the rage in its body language, and then it just straight up dies and just collapses over. Congratulations, you guys survived.
Did we win?
Yay.
Did we live?
How's the boat though?
The boat actually, it has the 6 holes, but there's some crew members who were sent down to try and patch them up. By this stage, 3 of the holes have been patched up, and they'll be able to patch up the remaining ones. It did take some serious damage from the Killrathi itself jumping on top of it. However, like, you guys did so freaking well with the combat that the boat is actually in like pretty good condition. Like, the crew, with a few days of work, the crew could probably get it back up and running. So you guys have prized material in the sense that you have 3 Killrathi horns on board now. Let's just say the crew itself has gone about, 1, butchering this thing because it's a lot of meat, and meat on the sea is always worth it. A lot of fat, so that's a lot of oils that could be distilled into drill. So lots of food, lots of oils, lots of materials. The captain is sort of a bit confused why we've got a menagerie of creatures on his boat. However, he is also a very practical Thrope, and he witnessed the fact that everybody is alive thanks to the actions of you 4. So he doesn't ask too many questions, but he's also, he basically asserts himself as captain, saying, the next time you come on my boat, please actually ask me before you land. Because literally all 4 of you came onto his boat without him actually asking his permission. All 4 of you.
But he has known about me for quite a while.
Yeah, but you also landed on his boat when he was like setting sail, and he's just like, oh, okay, I guess you are here. so he's just like,
I was smuggled in.
no, he thinks you're still one of the, he thinks you're, he just assumes you were a Thrope who left his village in Hicksport.
Oh my gosh. That's perfect.
I mean, you were, at the start of the fight, you were blending in with the rest of the crew, doing nothing. I believe that is a very good spot to call it. Let's all say goodbye for the viewers in chat. So, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
The next episode should be right here. Thanks for watching.